And now, I shall resurrect Slifer the Sky Dragon!
Oh man, he just brought back an Egyptian god!
Slifer's attack points are determined by the number of cards in my hand. And since I'm holding 4, he now has 4,000 points!
Hey guys, this is Slifer Maniac. Guys, it has been too long, really too long. I think it is a record of me not dropping any deck profiles or other videos at this channel. This channel now exists like about 2 years now. I think end of May it was 2 years I founded it. So it comes in very surprising that I had so much stress all these days. Still managed to make another video talk with the channel of my good friend Vicious, along with Yu-Gi-Oh! Saxe, who I want to shout out at this moment. Also, I want to shout out at my good friends and my best friend Karyushin and my very also good friend Tauren900, who also makes very cool deck profiles on his channel. Check it out, of course in German, but we made like put in English subtitles as well. So the character we will be dealing with today is none other than the character deck profile of one other member of one of our villain group, the Big Five. It's like a little bit low-key reminds me on the, I don't know which of you guys did witness Dragon Ball Z. A little bit reminds me of the Ginyu Force. I think it was also 5 of them, if I'm not been mistaken, but still, like, they putting much of the show there, and then the last but not least they are the losers. But still, I want to come to a central topic. A central topic is today the deck profile of Crump, the Pinguin. And Nightmare Pinguin is of course as deck master as well. So there we go. This is his deck. He mainly sets his strategy essentially on water monsters. I had also including some penguin monsters, but not all. We did receive in the TCG more, so I will be including them in another deck profile. Maybe a futuristic one of Crump someday. There will be then a solely penguin based deck profile. So like I changed this deck pretty much very often because I wasn't very much satisfied with it all the time, and I thought it would make all the sense of the world if I just let those penguins that we witnessed in this show in his deck be in there, and then maybe I make some other additions, because I will then showcase the other penguins in another futuristic Crump GX deck profile. I will be calling it, I think, someday. So starting off with the monsters, of course the strategy, like I said, is based on solely around water monsters, and putting their attack and defense stats, and also recycling some of the penguins. And that's about it. It's one of the, I would say, weaker deck profiles in here, because even Tia Gardner beat him off, who isn't that bad of a duelist, but still not one of the very experienced ones. So let's just jump into it. I would just love to do it. So first off, of course, is Deckmaster, one of his stronger defense monsters, I would say, with good effect. Nightmare Penguin, water, attribute 4 stars, aqua effect 900 attack, 1800 defense. Of course, with the effect, if this card is put up, put face up, then you can return one of the cards on the opposite side of your opponent, on the side of your opponent, and put it back to his hand or her hand. And as long, also the second effect is as long as this card is face up on the field, all water type monsters on your side of the field attack stats are increased by 200 attack. So there we go. Very much key monster card in here. I put in there, like I said, also you have to fill in the gaps. I have put in there Mother Grizzly, a good like floodgate and searcher. 4-star water type beast warrior type effect, 1400 attack, 1000 defense. So of course this wasn't used in the show, at least not from him. And its effect works like that: if this card has been destroyed by a battle and put in a graveyard, you can take one water attribute monster with 1500 attack of your deck and special summon it onto the field and attack position. So it's pretty much working like Mystic Tomato, just with water monsters. Water type monsters. Snowman Eater. So in the show there was a monster, I think it was called Frostbite or something like that. Frost Beast, maybe. And I tried to exchange it because in the TCG it doesn't exist, and at least in the TCG. I don't know if this even exists in the OCG. I don't think so. So like I made 2 adoptions, one or to exchange. I did exchange it with 2 other monsters to come even close, because it had also 0 attack and had, I think, 2500 defense, but this one has 1900 defense, but still very strong. 3 stars water attribute as well, aqua type. If this card is flipped face up, then you choose one face up monster on the field and destroy it. So also with a handy effect. Snowman Eater right there. Magician of Faith. You guys might ask me why, but Magician of Faith was a card that Crump didn't play out in the Derry duel against Tia Gardner, but in the Big Five United deck, it was his turn and he had his Nightmare Pinguin as deckmaster out. He had the Magician of Fate, put the Magician of Fate face down onto the field, and then it was destroyed, and he brought then the legendary Ocean back. I think it was Gansley's turn then. So, of course, light attribute 1-star, spellcaster type with 300 attack and 400 defense. Of course, it's very famous iconic effect. If it's flipped face up, you can return one magic card or spell card from the graveyard to your hand. Good old recycling effect. Next up is Pinguin Torpedo, one of the other cards which he of course had in his deck and played out in the show. A water attribute as well, 3 stars, aqua type, 550 attack, 300 defense, and it has an effect which works like that. And this card can attack directly. If this card puts battle damage to your opponent, you can choose one monster with level 6 or fewer that your opponent controls, and then you can take the control of that monster onto your end phase, but its effects are negated. Additionally, it can't attack as long as you control it. You can use this effect of Pinguin Torpedo just once per turn, and at the event of the damage step, this card has attacked, and then this card is indeed destroyed. Very good handy effect if the opponent has maybe the upper hand with a stronger monster, and you can take it and then attack with this card, but with other monster cards as well. But this has also a downside, it is destroyed. So like 2, I think he recycled his one only, but yeah, I put 2 in here, which is also alright. Then another of those searchers, Sangan, I thought would make also sense to maybe search for one of those cards in here. So there's many cards in here with 1500 attack or fewer. So yeah, put it from the deck to your hand only. Of course, Dark Attribute 3 stars. Another assumption which I made. Fiend type, 1000 attack, 600 defense, and also, of course, this one works with, I think, with a general monster with 1500 attack and fewer. You can, if this card is destroyed by battle, put it only to your hand. Good searcher. Goratel. So this card is also a card which I just, take it for he could have had it, because he had, as in the Big Five United, as it was his turn, he had the not the electromagnetic, the catapult turtle. He put the catapult turtle out, which I of course will be showcasing then later. So I thought this would have also a good effect, also a water attribute 3 stars aqua type as well. And then this long this card remains face up on the field, monsters with an attack equal to 1900 or more cannot attack at all. So like this is a good stalling measure engine there, which maybe if your opponent like has maybe stronger monsters up the field, then you have a good stalling and defense position possibility with this very monster card. Very good, makes it more better playable. Balls Pinguin, or Volts Pinguin. Balls Pinguin, it's called in German, Volts I think in English. Water attribute 3 stars, thunder attack 1100 attack and 800 defense. Just once, because it's like in vanilla without effect, but he played it out, so it isn't here. Just wait. Oh yeah, better. It's better. Okay. Flying Penguin, a very expensive card. Even the poor one, like you look, the poor one I paid I think about $10 for just the poor version. Unfortunately, Konami didn't decide to like put this card into the rarity collection or maybe in the speed duel or something like that. So it's very expensive still. But I bought it like, I don't know, 2 years ago, something like that. Or even 3 years. Water attribute 4 stars, aqua type, 1200 attack and 1000 defense. So still solid. And good working with the effect, of course. Boosts its attack. And also I have an excellent one, which was, I think, like 15 or 16 or even $17. Mental, guys. Just mental. I'm glad I have these because maybe in the Pinguin, in the Crump GX deck profile, the futuristic one that I will making up, these two will be included then. Now a card which I thought didn't see that much appearance. We just saw it in the Strings deck. It was the main card in there, main monster card, and as well in the Yami Marek deck in this final version. But other than that, I don't recall seeing it at all at any like other occasions in the show. Neither in the Duel Monsters era, nor in GX or something like that. So like, I don't remember it at all being there. So I thought also, why not put in here a Revival Gem? At least it's an Aqua type, water attribute, an Aqua type. With 4 stars, 1500 attack, 500 defense, and of course with the handy effect to recycle itself. Still at the cost of 1000 attack, 1000 life points, but yeah, we don't have it to do it like for eternity. Maybe we do it twice or three times, and then we have a possibility to like put other plays with monsters onto the field to like maybe have this one as a like security measure, you might say. So good engine. Trap Affecting Virus. I wanted to have a good, strong card in here as well. Make this deck more playable. Because like I said, after my opinion, also for the gold format, this normal Crump deck, which of course also lacks many monster cards to like making it complete. Isn't that good. It's like weak, to say the least. With now this lineup that I have, of course also tested with test hands as I always do, it was very good. So yeah, there you go. Trap Infecting Virus is very strong engine. Water attribute 4 stars, Aqua type, 1600 attack, 1000 defense. You can discard 1 card, declare 1 type of monster, and all monsters with that on the field with that declared type are destroyed. So very, very good against themed decks. No matter which theme it got, if it has fiend type theme, or it got I don't know, spellcaster theme or other themes, then you can destroy them. Of course, if your opponent has got a water theme, then you have a problem because your deck is also lined up around water type. But then still, if this one was being the only one, or you maybe are with the back on the ropes, then yeah, then you can destroy his field as well as yours, and then maybe start off over again. Then of course, giant red sea snake, which we saw in his deck. I put this one 2 times in here. Water attribute 4 stars, aqua type, 1800 attack and 800 defense. So there we go. 2 times in here. Aquamador, a Kaiba card. Here possessed this one in the Duelist Kingdom, but it does have a good defensive options with 2000. It's a spellcaster type then. Water attribute 4 stars, 1200 attack only, but 2000 defense. So why not? Good stalling mechanics. As well as we continue with our turtle theme. Water attribute 4 stars, aqua type, 1100 attack, but 2000 defense. Very good in here. Now finally our catapult turtle. Water attribute 5 stars, aqua type, 1000 attack and 2000 defense. Of course, you can once per turn use this effect of this turtle aqua type monster. You can tribute one monster and then put battle damage equally to half of the attack of the tributed monster on the field. Yeah, and then off it once. Yeah. This is especially a Yugi card usually, but yeah, we saw it also in his deck, so like yeah, we can use it in here also. Frostosaurus. Now you might guys might ask yourself why. We don't have any high level monsters in here, and besides we had the frost. I don't know what's it called, frost beast or something like that in the show, and I thought to like take those two and make then maybe a better playable deck out of this would make sense, especially because this was also or is to better say water type monster. Dinosaurus, water attribute. A Dinosaurus type, but still 2600 attack and 1700 defense. Of course, with 6 stars only with 1 tribute, and then the boost with from Nightmare Penguin would like make it stronger. So this is my monster lineup. Very straightforward, very like good defensive lineups as well, and then one very big strong monster. But we also got like the giant red sea snake in here, or the tribe affecting virus, like as a good board breaker. So yeah, it is good playable. It's not over the top, but still we can make some plays with it. Yeah, this is for the monster lineup. Let's get into the spell. Now for the spells I got, yeah, you might say cards which would make all the sense in the world are not that surprising. First off, I put in there Repair, which of course works with water type monsters. You can choose 2 water type monsters with 1500 attack or fewer from your graveyard and put it to your hand. Good recycling effect right there. One which we didn't have with this card in the show, but it was another one which I will be showcasing later on. Offerings to the Doomed. I think Crump didn't play this out. I think Gansley did it, but Crump had another card which was called, I think, Revenge of the Sacrifice, or Sacrifice Revenge or something like that. But yeah, had a similar effect, which was like a quick spell card and could destroy an opponent's monster, but without the downside of skipping the next draw phase, with like Offerings to the Doomed does. Monster Reborn will be in any deck, special summon one monster from one either player's graveyard in face of attack or defense position. And also another of those staples is of course Pot of Greed. I think he played it also out. And then a card which I thought have to be here or to make it better playable. I didn't want to put here a Change of Heart or Snatch Steal, so I took Creature Swap. Maybe if your opponent has the upper hand with a stronger monster or even stronger board, then you can change that with Creature Swap. You switch then to one monster with one monster of your opponent. Legendary Ocean. which he played with in the Big Five United deck, as it was his role. Of course, you can downgrade all monsters. It's a field spell card, by the way. Downgrade all monsters by water monsters in both players' hands by 1 level, and then all water type monsters gets 200 attack and defense. And of course, this card is also treated always like Yumi. Cold Wave, a card which is a good, you might say, reserve if you don't have any Harpy's Feather Duster or Heavy Storm. It works like that. And this card can just only be put in and activated in main phase 1 until your next draw phase. Neither you nor your opponent can activate any spell or trap cards. Yeah. Or set them. So very good. And we have this other 2 of them here. Like maybe very much freeze your opponent's spell and trap card zone. Pinguin Sword. Of course, an equipped spell card, which just can be used for a Pinguin monster, which has an attack boosting measure, because we have very much like weak Pinguin monsters in here. It gets increases its attack stats by 800 attacks. The equipped monster put spell damage onto your opponent. You can choose one card which your opponent controls and put it back to his hand or her hand. If this card is face up, leaves if this card face up, which your opponent controls, leaves the field due to an effect of a Pinguin card and put it to your hand, or it has been banished, you can negate onto the next turn all the activated effects and effects onto the field, which as relating or referring to cards with the name of Pinguin Sword. Also very good effect. So as a 2 off, I didn't put it here as a 3 off because like just 1/3 of the monsters that we got in this deck are Pinguin monsters. I like from 18 or 19 we just got 6 in here. So there we go. Level limit, area B. A continuous spell card which Crump had, I think, in one of the video games, which is also a good good defensive measure. It works like that. Change all face-up monsters with level 4 or higher into the defense position. So very much a good, you might say, stopper from like your strong opponent's board, monster board lineup. Dark Hole, we need also another board breaker in here. Destroys all monster cards on the field. Dimension Hole, a card which was pretty much used in the virtual world, but I don't know if he had it on his hand or I just made it up. I don't remember that anymore, but still, you can banish with this monster, of course, until your next standby phase a monster on your side of the field, and you can then not use the monster card zone in which the very monster was in that you banished. But a good maybe like safety, security measure if you need it. Mystical Space Typhoon, which I think he had, but even if he didn't, a good like quick play spell card in order to like destroy one spell or trap card. One card which we like have the first time in the TCG like now maybe 2 or 3 weeks, I think, is the Ocean of Regeneration. A continuous spell card, also a card which Crump played out as the Crump card. Also, it very much works with this deck. It works like that. You can, take water monsters with 1000 attack or fewer from your graveyard and special summon it, but destroy it during the end phase. You can. This is a once per turn effect, so you can do this or put this measure up once per turn. Very strong, good continuous spell card. By the way, I pulled this from the Maze of the Master set. You can watch it also on this channel. I opened up 3 sealed displays of Maze of the Master, and I just pulled one of these, but still I needed just one very urgently for this deck profile. So like, I'm very successful and satisfied in that very relation. Premature burial. I'm not that sure whether he had it or not, but also of course equip spell card which recycles monsters for 800. We just have to pay 800 life points, and then of course if this card is destroyed, the monster is destroyed. If the monster is destroyed, this card is destroyed. You know it. So this is it. This is my spell card lineup. Just let's go into the trap cards. So for the trap cards, we do not have that much trap cards in here, because he had some trap cards but ain't that much, and I just made, I think, 1 or 2 additions. So first up is of course driving snow, which works like that if your opponent got an like spell or trap card which destroys a spell or trap card, I think. Yeah, if 1 or 2 of more of your trap cards are destroyed due to an effect of your opponent and put in your graveyard, you can destroy also 1 spell or trap card on the field. Then we got Gust, which I think works similar, just with spell cards. Yeah, if 1 or more spell cards of yours are destroyed, then you can destroy 1 spell or trap card onto the field. Then third off is Mirror Wall, which we saw in the anime that he had face down, a very strong continuous spell card related mainly to My Valentine, which works like that. Half the attack of all assaulting monsters of your opponent, and you got to pay 2,000 life points in each of your standby phases. If you do not, this card is destroyed. I wouldn't keep this card very long, but yeah, in case of emergency, you might say you can use it maybe for 1 or 2 turns. Then Call of the Haunted. I think he played this one in had this one of the games. Of course, you special summon 1 monster from your opponent, or from your graveyard. In your face-up attack position, if this card leaves the field, destroy the monster. If this monster is destroyed, destroy this card. By the way, this one is the Lost Art version, so we see all the crosses right there. There we go. Last but not least, I got Magic Jammer in here in order to negate the effect of a spell card. It's a counter trap card, as you might witness by now. Spell card. In order to negate 1 spell card, you can discard 1 card from your hand to the graveyard and then negate the effect of a spell card and destroy it. So this is it. This is my 40 cards Crump deck profile. I hope you guys liked it, enjoyed it. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, guys. Show me some love. As always, I wish all of you guys a good evening, a good afternoon, a good morning, a good midday, a good night, whenever and wherever you witness this one. This is me, your Slifer Maniac. And peace.